It's nice easing back into old routines. Only now with extra care. Let's do it for ourselves, for our loved ones, for everyone's safety.
Hurry up, let's go. Let's go.
And staying safe starts at home.
Nice.
From how we work and learn, to the little ways we find joy. If you must head out, take extra care. Making a small effort, being mindful, they go a long way to keeping us all safe. The health of all depends on each one of us. So let's work together, using new tools and keeping to our new habits to protect the people we love. At work, let's all be good team players.
Hi, morning. How are you? Good.
A little distance between us today will be good for us all tomorrow. A little care can protect the one thing that means the world to us. So let's do our part.
The views and opinions expressed by the speaker, host, commentator, or other third party in Ariva webinars, e-learning events, and/or virtual masterclass are those of the speaker, host, commentator, or third party and do not necessarily reflect and represent the views and opinions of Ariva. Furthermore, Ariva does not warrant, express, or imply the merchantability and fitness for a particular purpose of any product information, service, or process presented by the speaker, host, commentator, or third party, and Ariva specifically disclaims any legal liability or responsibility for the accuracy, completeness, or usefulness of any product information, service, or process presented. Finally, material or information presentation, opinion, process, or service by, on any trade name, trademark, manufacturer, or otherwise during Ariva webinars, e-learning events, and/or virtual masterclass do not constitute or imply Ariva's endorsement or recommendation of such opinion, process, service, item, or organization.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to the second free live webinar of Ariva Academy for 2024. I'm Kate, and I am so excited to be with all of you for this one. Our topic this afternoon is really interesting. Next level leadership, embracing new strategies for success in 2024. Isn't that exciting? I am guaranteeing that we will learn a lot from our speaker this afternoon. But before we get to know him, I have a few reminders just to make sure that our program will run smoothly the whole afternoon. Ariva Academy is committed to protecting your privacy, and stricter security of this webinar has been implemented. So for better viewing of your Zoom experience, we encourage you to please update your Zoom application by visiting their website. And for those of you who are using their mobile gadgets to view this webinar, you can go to either the Google Play Store or the Apple Store so you can download and install the Zoom app. Now, I want to know, do we have participants here who's joining an Ariva Academy webinar for the first time? If it is your first time, can you type hi here in the chat box? We'd love to be able to acknowledge you and also welcome you. Also, let us know if you're watching us from Metro Manila or you're from out of town. Let us know your location. I'm here right now in Parañaque City. We're having a very beautiful afternoon. How about the rest of our participants? I'm seeing a lot of highs here in the chat box. Hi, Yula. Hi, Stephanie. Welcome to Ariva Academy. Hi. Hi, Therese. Hi, Jason. And yes, a lot of participants who are watching us from out of town. I was actually given a list, so I would like to acknowledge all of you who are watching us from outside Metro Manila. We have a lot of friends who are from Abra, from Aklan, from Albay, Bacolod, Bacoor, Baguio, Bataan, Batangas. We have from Benguet, from Bicol, from Bukidnon, wow, all the way from Bulacan, Butuan, Cagayan Valley, Camarines Sur, from Cebu, from Davao del Norte, from Davao Oriental, from Eastern Visayas, from General Santos City, also from Ifugao, from Iligan City, from Ilocos Norte, from Ilocos Sur, from Iloilo. My friends from Leyte, maupay nga hapon. Did I say that right? From Masbate, from Misamis Oriental, from Negros Occidental, Negros Oriental, also from North Cotabato, from Nueva Ecija, from Nueva Vizcaya, also from Occidental Mindoro, from Oriental Mindoro, from Palawan, Pampanga, Pangasinan, Quezon Province, from Samar, from Sorsogon City, from South Cotabato, from Surigao del Norte, from Surigao del Sur, from Tagaytay, from Tarlac, from Zambales, Zamboanga City, Zamboanga del Norte, and also from Zamboanga del Sur. Wow, we are all represented talaga from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. We have a lot of participants. So magandang hapon, Pilipinas. But aside from our participants here in the Philippines, we also have participants who are viewing us from out the country, outside the country. So we have from Berlin, from India, from Italy, from Malaysia, from Nepal, from Qatar, from Singapore, from United Arab Emirates, and Uzbekistan. Wow. So hello, Philippines, and hello, world. Good afternoon to everyone. We are very excited to have all of you here with us. Aside from our viewers here in Zoom, we also have participants who are viewing us via the live stream. So hello, also good afternoon to you as well. We're very happy to have you here. Now, I want to do an audio check, okay? I want to make sure that once our speaker is on screen, you will be able to hear the discussion clearly. So please type 111 in the chat box if you're able to hear me loud and clear. You can also type 222 if you can't hear anything. Type 2121 if you can hear me, but the sound that you're hearing is breaking up or I sound laggy or choppy. You can also type question mark if you don't understand what's happening. We will try to help you out. Let me check the chat box here via Zoom. I am seeing a lot of 111s. Thank you so much for that. Later, we'll have a 5-minute break, and during that break time, something exciting will be happening. Also, this activity that will be happening will be exclusive to those who are part of the Ariva Academy Viber community. So if you're not part of the Viber community, this is what you have to do. Click the link that we'll be posting here in the chat box so you can be a part of the Viber community, or easy part is scan the QR code, the one that you're seeing flash on your screen. Just scan that QR code and instantly you will find yourself inside our Viber community. Again, do that as early as now because during our break time, the activity will be happening. Okay, so watch out for that. Now, participants' microphones will be temporarily disabled by our administrator during the discussion just to avoid interruptions. But for those of you who might have questions, during the provided Q&A portion, you can click the raise hand button, will allow you to unmute, and then you can ask your question directly to our speaker. Or if you're a bit on the shy side, you can type your question here in the chat box, and then during our Q&A portion, I will be reading them. Now, an e-certificate of attendance will be awarded to participants who will successfully complete the entire virtual masterclass, and they will be available 3 to 5 working days after the learning session. So for you to really make sure that you will have your copy of your certificate, please make sure that the email address you gave us is the correct one. Even the spelling should be correct. Also, we will be posting a link for the feedback form in the chat box before we end our session later. So there you have it. Those are the house rules. Just remember them. But now it's time for us to get to know our speaker. Let me introduce him. Today's speaker is the president and chief trainer of HVM Training Services, which provides continuing professional development programs for professionals in the workplace. He is a fellow of Royal Institute of Management, Singapore. He's also a PRC accredited author and speaker for the continuing professional development of the members of the Philippine Institute of Certified Public Accountants. He has 25 years of experience in the areas of leadership training and development, people management, sales, marketing, consultancy, public speaking, and teaching. He's also the TV host of the business talk show, The Business Portal, on the corporate world, on Global News Network. GNN's The Business Portal is the recipient for the prestigious Kuala Lumpur Asian Star Quality Awards Best Morning Business Show for 2010. He is a firm believer in Filipino excellence. He started in 2010 the What Makes a Global Filipino seminar, campus and corporate tour, which to this day aims to motivate and inspire Filipinos to aspire for greatness and to inform them of the keys to make it big in time of globalization. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our speaker, Mr. Howell Mabalot.
Thank you so much, Miss Kate Palania. Happy New Year. I so admire your energy.
Happy New Year! Yes, it's a New Year, so we have a lot of energy po talaga.
Yes, and not
How
only
are
that,
you?
I am doing well now. What about you? How was the year 2023 for you?
2023 is a very beautiful year for me because I learned a lot. I've had a lot of losses, but I also have a lot of wins.
I agree.
So maganda ang 2023.
Maganda ang 2023.
Yes.
Itong 2024, mas paghandaan natin today.
Mas papagandahin po natin yan. Yes.
Yan, I love your aura. I love your energy.
Thank you so much.
At ngayon, nakikita ko more than anything is the beauty of your aura, the energy and the passion in what you do.
Thank you.
In fact,
Thank you.
what we do is something that we're passionate about, we will
Yes.
truly shine. And that is what's happening to you now.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm really excited because I'm going to learn a lot again from you, Sir Howell.
Excited na rin ako. And so to all our kababayans from all parts of the world, this is the Next Level Leadership brought to you by Ariva Academy. Palakpakan naman natin si Ariva Academy. And I believe, alam mo parang ang lakas baka NHK News Center ng bago nating
Yeah.
casting
For
system.
new look, yes, yes,
Ang
yes.
ganda, ang ganda. So next level na rin siya.
Indeed, indeed.
Ayan, so may lumalabas dito, confirm your speaking language. It sounds like you might have switched to a different language.
No, we can understand you. Don't worry. Hindi naman po kayo tunog Japanese pa. Hindi pa naman
Sige.
Chinese.
Arigatou
Yes.
gozaimasu. Ayan. Okay, so let's ask our participants, what is their biggest concern or fear for the year 2024? Ayan.
Type that
Biggest
in the
concern,
chat
biggest
box.
fear. Ayan.
Share it to us here in the chat box, everyone. We'll be reading them.
Ayan.
Let me
Failure.
also reassignments,
Mhm.
stagnation, failure, yes. Motivational loss.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Someone saying not being a relevant leader. Oh, changes. Someone's scared of the changes that 2024 will bring.
Attitudes of Gen Z.
Oh, Meron, ang fear na
Interesting.
tumaba.
At takot tumaba. Okay. Sige. We'll do everything to cover all your concerns. Remember, fear is something that we don't understand. When we fear something, it's because we don't understand it. If we hate something, it's because we don't understand it. If we hate a person, it means we don't fully understand their maybe intentions in life, their background, how they were raised by a family, or were they loved and cuddled and sheltered or otherwise. So I always say that the best way to address fear is to expose it. What are you afraid of? And then ask yourself why. If you're afraid of death, why? Why? Because you're afraid that you're not prepared. So prepare. In my case, meron na akong St. Peter plan. If you're afraid of getting fat, ask yourself why. Because you won't feel beautiful. And you will think that people who are fat are unhappy. No, I've known a lot of people who are overweight. In fact, in my years, way back when I was 30 pounds overweight, I was at my happiest as well. So you need to expose your fear and befriend your fear and make fear your friend. Everybody say, make fear your friend. Therefore, if you're afraid of losing a loved one, then watch the movie Rewind. So may plug tayo, no? The message there is to love them now. To not procrastinate, to not set aside love. Love them now, because tomorrow may be too late. If you're afraid of of living alone, growing old alone, then be somebody who is a shoulder to cry on, a good listener, a good friend. So instead of you looking for a friend, be a friend to them. If you're afraid of being broke, then let that fear remind you, oh, Howell, tama na ang kami milk tea. Mag-save ka naman. If you're afraid that your people will backfire you, or will backbite you, or will betray you, then build relationships that are strong. Relationships that are true. Be nurturing. So again, your fears are valid. It's okay to be fearful of something. But remember that too much of, if you have fear as a foe, which means it is something beyond your control, then fear can be a bad enemy. But if you make fear your friend, I believe friends, just like people who tell you what's wrong with you so that you can correct them, ganon din yung fear. If you make fear your friend, it will tell you the things you need to change. O, sumusobra ka na sa alak, sa sugal, sumusobra ka na sa tropa, sumusobra ka na sa tulog. So it will tell you whether you are off balance or you're compromising a certain part of your life, maybe neglecting your health or your relationships or even your financial health. So fear is okay, and you just have to make peace with and make friends with your fear. Okay po ba yun? That's the first lesson for 2024. Palakpakan naman natin yan. And so, next level tayo, hindi tayo backward leadership. So, ano pa yung mga, let's just say, the characteristics of backward leadership? It's forceful, it's encroaching, it's dominating, it's disrespectful, It pushes people. It drives people. It enslaves people. So the backward leadership is that I want you to follow me, and you have no other choice but to follow me. That's the backward leadership. Or the status quo could be the way you led your people before the pandemic. The next level leadership is something of a soft power. When we think of soft power, for example, what's the soft power of South Korea? It's BTS. It's the K-drama. They don't have officially the power to rule over us, but their influence are so real and so charismatic and so becoming and very inspiring. And so the soft power of South Korea, the BTS and other girl K-pop groups, etc., and their cinemas, etc., are influencing us to conform or to love them, or to support them, or to spend your money and hard-earned, money for concert tickets and flying to all parts of the world just to witness them firsthand. Soft power is the power we're looking for. The hard power could be, I am the manager, obey me, or you will receive, for example, a verbal warning or a written warning, or it could be 3-day suspension. Worse, termination. If you are forceful in your way, you are the best person to attend this, because you need to change your ways. Remember, I can never change you. And the only person we can change, in fact, is ourselves. So the next level leadership is a transition of power. And in fact, the shedding of the hard power, or let's just say the formal power, and enhancing our influence. The soft power of being charismatic, the soft power of being compassionate, the soft power of being human. Yung nararamdaman kanila kasi nagmamahal ka, kasi totoo ka, kasi nagmamalasakit ka sa kanila, kasi they truly are part of your dreams. We all know the old saying that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So the operative word is care. Care for your people. Let your people know that you care about their dreams, their jobs, you care about their newborn, you care about their fur babies, you care about their plans to go to Boracay by July 2024. You care about their heartaches, and you are there to understand them instead of judge them, or to command them and demand them to go to work despite the fact you're not whole. So next level tayo. So we are going to tune in to the inner self and look within us. Am I, in fact, a leader who has that genuine intention to help my constituent, the people under me, my team, so that they will, along with me, be successful in the year 2024. And if you are that person, if you desire to bring out the best in your people, using the next level leadership, say I. Type in I, and let's manifest that. Let's manifest that you will be the next level kind of a leader in 2024. Maraming salamat. Embracing pagyakap. Ano bang yayakapin natin for 2024? The strategies to succeed, which means the action plan so that we will be successful. Now, succeeding is different from being successful. Succeeding, nakatawid ka, nakaraos ka. Successful people are those who finish the race with flying colors, with recognitions and all kinds of adoration, even merits. We want that. We want you to succeed in life. So I'd like to ask you now, what success in life do you want to experience in 2024? Is it marital success? Financial success? Is it family success, which means relationship with your siblings and your parents? Is it success with your friends outside of your family? Is it success with not only career, but your vocation or your calling, or your desire to make an impact? Regardless if you have to pull the money out of your own pocket and spend your own savings just to make a difference. Ayan, family, financial, walang masama dyan, ha? Gusto natin yan. Okay, so let's proceed to the webinar objectives. This with us, by the way, Sir Eric. Thank you, Sir Eric, for helping us with the presentation. So ayan yung mga objectives. Feel free to read them all, but it's about understanding first the evolving leadership landscape, and then developing our understanding of the core competencies. We'll be talking about knowledge, attitude, skills, and habits. And to innovate means to think of something new. Pag sinabing innovate, the root word is nova, or the female form of new. Novo, male form of new. The Latin word novo or nova. And when you say innovate, it's from within. Within you springs new desire, new solutions to old problems, or new solutions to present problems, or new solutions to upcoming or problems that are about to happen. Okay. Remote management, remote teams management, and also we want you to gain insight. Again, the word sight or vista or vision, and then in. So looking within, not foresight. Foresight is looking beyond us, and then hindsight is looking behind us. So it's not hindsight, it's not foresight, although foresight and hindsight will help us be better in having an insight, looking within us, so that we will determine whether we are emotionally intelligent. Madali ka bang mapikon, maggalit, mag-change ng mood? Are people walking on thin glass, or they feel like lumalakad sila sa bubog o sa apoy when you come in the room? Ang hirap mo bang pakisamahan? Or are you someone who's stable as a structure built on a rock? Just a few minutes ago, I was watching what's happening in New York, and there's now a study covered by NHK that the New York skyscrapers, the Manhattan skyscrapers, those 100 floor tall buildings, all of them, amounting to 800 million tons of weight, are sinking New York. Those buildings are sinking New York. And it's a double whammy. Why? Because the weight of New York's building are sinking them, the place, the city. And the other whammy is, because of global warming, the sea is rising. So regardless if it's a millimeter or 2 millimeters a year, if it's working both ways, the earth is sinking, the sea level is rising, eventually they will be underwater. So what we need to do now is to have the ability to resolve problems, to make decisions that are fast but not impulsive, and to be critical in our thinking. Okay. Ready na ba tayo? Ayan. So nakita ko dito family, financial, co-workers, etc. And of course, develop the skills. Remember, the beauty about leadership is that this is not a talent. Although some people are talented, they're gifted. When we talk about talents, they are God-given. According to John Maxwell, Regine Velasquez, or whether Charisse Pempenko, or whether Les Salonga, they already were born gifted. Meron na silang gifts of singing. But the thing is, according to David Foster, he would spend more time with the person with a gift than the person who's willing to pay but has no gift to start with. Kasi nga, gifts are God-given. And all you have to do is train them to be the best singers, best leaders, or best people that they could be. The good thing about skills, they are, of course, something that we can acquire. Maybe as a child, maybe as a high school student, you were timid and awkward, you feel like you're going to sink in, and then you would want to disappear when asked to come in front. But some people are, on the other hand, outspoken and they enjoy the limelight. The bigger the crowd, the more confident they become. It doesn't matter whether you're introvert, ambivert, or extrovert. Leadership skills are things that we can, in fact, learn and master. We'll also be talking about techniques. We'll be teaching you some techniques because given the time constraint, we're only here for an hour and a half. So we'll do our best to teach you techniques so that when you communicate, you will communicate effectively, so that you will influence them. Again, influence, it's from within. They feel like obeying you, supporting you, joining you, rallying behind you. And of course, strategies or action plans so that we can lead people towards change. So let's ask you now, let's ask our participants, Ma'am Kate. If you have the power to change something, what will it be? Maybe something that you would want to change in your life, or in your family's life, or in your community, or in our country, or in the world. If you have the power to change one thing, what will it be? Ayan, type in your answer now.
Yes, share that with us. Okay, Limara, that's what he said is time.
Yes, oh yeah, sige. Time traveling, or the control of time so that you can rewind, fast forward. Malalaman mo kung ano yung winning tickets ng Lotto tomorrow. So,
Oh, that's
ngayon,
nice.
tatayan mo, tomorrow you'll be 600 million peso richer. Maganda yan.
Yes. There's also someone who said time. That's girly. From Bernadette, she said miracles. From Jamie, okay, this is what Jamie wants to change. Work culture.
Yan, work culture. The beautiful thing about work culture is you don't need to wait for the top management or everyone in the company to change your culture. It can start with you. The ripple effect would be if you want to create a culture of kindness, be kind to just one colleague. And eventually, there will be two colleagues who will be kind to other two colleagues. And it will be exponential. Then the 4 will be 16, etc., etc.
Yes. We also have another one saying culture in the office, Mary. This is from Amy. She's saying mindset. That's what she wants to change.
That's the fastest.
Turn.
And you will not need other people to change your mindset. And it is all depending on you.
Yes,
and that's the beauty about your ability to make a choice, to change your mindset.
Yes. From Angelica, political situation of the Philippines. From Joanne, attitude.
Sa political situation, start, if you're a teacher, then teach about not only ethics, not only values, teach about moral ways of leading. Diba?
Yes.
And 20 years after, your students in ethics and human morality will eventually be great leaders in your barangay, in your community, and in your provinces.
Yes. Limara is also saying salary.
Totoo yan. I'll give you 3 ways to change your salary. Number 1, aim for promotion. Or number 2, look for a company that will give you a salary you need. Or number 3, not really salary, but find ways to improve your capacity to create wealth. Wow. Ito, second learning natin yun, na capacity to create wealth. Ang ganda-gandang pakinggan.
Capacity to create.
We can, in fact, enhance and improve and be excellent in the way we make money. In fact, when I started giving talks, I was giving it away for free. And then eventually, they started giving me collection envelopes from participants. Eventually, Ariva Academy would give them the rate and the clients would pay. So I believe, Miss Kate, as a child, you were already passionate about public speaking, right?
Something like that, yes.
But now you're able to monetize your talent, your passion, and your skills, di ba? So, ganun.
Yes.
So, tatlong paraan. Aim for, aim for promotion and salary increase within the company, or change companies, or create or enhance your capacity to create wealth. Maybe you can do side hustles or gigs.
Yes.
And so you will not.
Writing is okay.
Diba, you will not need to leave your company, but you will make more money on the side by pursuing what you're passionate about.
We have a few more.
Climate change, yung may sesto ka or may sito ka, huwag mo itapon yan sa kali.
Kalsada, yes.
Diba? So, magdala ka ng garbage bag, or in your shoulder bag, meron ka ng compartment doon for your trash.
Or put it in your pocket if it's small instead of just littering.
Totoo yan, di ba? Alam mo, Ma'am Kate, akala natin BGC malinis dito. Malinis naman dito, but there's this area, I will not tell you. There's this area na nagkalat yung mga plastic ng soft drinks, nagkalat yung mga balat ng balls, menthol, may mga cigarette butts. So, ganun din. So, you can bring people to BGC, but the people have to really be more aware. Like the Japanese, they're so aware of other people and mindful of other people that before they do something, they will ask themselves, well, if I were the next person to use this toilet, will I be happy finding it this way?
Oh wow. Beautiful mindset.
Maraming salamat po. Ayan, ang dami nating pasakalye, pero those are the ways for you to somehow. Well, Ma'am Kate, I saw something there, miracle. Yeah, ako rin, gusto ko ng miracle. Kasi hindi naibigay sa amin yung miracle. We all know that. We prayed, my father was sick for 2 years. And 2023, we really did our best. Pinaopera namin siya. We prayed for a miracle. Everybody joined the prayer warrior team. All the people we knew prayed for my father's healing and recovery. Hindi nangyari. But here's what I can tell you. If miracle is not for us, kasi it's not up to us. Let me tell you, miracle is not up to us. It's up to God. It's up to the Creator. He has the power to heal us. Totoo yan. Pero siya pa rin mag-decide whether He will extend to us His power. Unfortunately, for my family and my father, hindi na ibigay. And I will never know the reason why. But you know what's up to us? It's love. Love is up to us.
Yes.
Miracle is not up to us, but you know what? I see the people who poured out their love, including you, Ma'am Kate. Hindi ko pa nababasa yung mga message of condolences mo sa akin. Ang dami. I have 300 plus messages of condolences. Maraming salamat. And those words of comfort and love and compassion, that is what to me is true miracle. When people give their love, that is to me the miracle that we can depend on. Kasi si God, di natin alam kung kailan niya gusto. Ha? So, no hate ha. No hate tayo kay God. We love God. Pero kung ayaw niya, wala tayong magagawa. Okay? But for as long as it's up to you, love. Okay? Love.
Just love.
Love the people who've lost a loved one, who've lost their jobs, who've lost their businesses. Love. And loving whatever way you can do. Love with words, love with time, love with treasure, and love with your talents. Ayan.
Yes.
Palakpakan naman natin yung the power of love kasi that's an important ingredient in the next level leadership. You have to love your people, you have to love your goal, you have to love yourself, you have to love everyone. Okay, so unang objective i-address natin today. Okay, so let's move on. Sir Eric, ito na. Ang sabi ni Sir Jeffrey, probably he already fulfilled his purpose in this life. Probably. But we can never be sure. Kasi marami pang plans yung tatay ko. Grabe. We're set to come back. We're set to return to Texas and Virginia this year kasi 30th wedding anniversary ng older brother ko. Marami pa kaming plans. Yung bucket list niyo, ang dami pang hindi antik. Pero okay lang. And thank you for the comfort, Sir Jeffrey. Ang sabi ni Ma'am Bernadette, acceptance in every way that we are going through. Totoo yan, ha? So lahat tayo, we're just going through this. So as we go through life, let's make it easier for those who are enduring hardships. The hardship could be emotionally, mentally, it could be something sexually, it could be something financially, it could be something relationship, about their relationship. But whatever hardships people are going through, what I'm telling you is this: every human being is going through something. So let's talk about the first objective, the evolving leadership landscape and the key trends shaping leadership in 2024. Okay, so tingnan natin ito. I'll just tell you 10 key trends. Number 1, kailangan mo ng ability or savvy. You need to be tech savvy kasi hindi na maaalis ang remote teams. Why? Just recently, I visited a client in Clark. And they are Filipino CPAs from all parts of the world. And their clients are from Australia, from Canada, from Europe, from the US. And their salary, they're working in the Philippines, but their salary is USD. Grabe, no? Grabe, lahat sila. Wala akong nakitang empleyadong hindi naka i14 Pro Max or i15 Pro Max. Ganun yun. But then, their leader is stationed somewhere in Europe, another in Australia, another in New Zealand, another in the US. They also have a leader here. It will never go away. So be ready. You need to embrace remote leadership and be ready to be savvy technologically. Okay? Agile, you need to think fast. Nakita nyo, no? When there was a huge earthquake, magnitude 6 something, somewhere in the Middle East, ang daming namatay, no? By tens of thousands. Pero ito, 7.6 sa Japan, 60. Ba't ganun? Halos doble yung intensity ng magnitude ng earthquake sa Japan compared sa isang bansa somewhere in that continent. Bakit ang layo? 30,000 versus 60 people. And how fast was the response of the leader? You need to be agile. You don't need to be victims of panicking. You don't have to lose faith. You have to be thinking on your feet. Hindi pwede yung walang kapasidad na magdesisyon in the face of crisis. You have to be agile. Okay? Be quick thinkers. Be decision makers that are effective, and always have in mind the people under you, your team, and your organization. Number 3, inclusive leadership. You will see now that there are not just male politicians or businessmen. There are now more female politicians, especially in the Philippines. And business women. Grabe, no? Women with power. And not only that, what I admire about a pancake house, or nasabi ko na, a pancake restaurant here in BGC, is that they employ people in the spectrum. Alam nyo yun? They may be in their 20s, and they are in the autism spectrum, and they're employed, no? And then we all know that call centers also employ people who are capable of speaking or typing, despite some, let's just say, not really disabilities, but different abilities. If they cannot walk, or if they're quadriplegic, it doesn't matter. They focus on what you can still do. They will not say, "Oy, lumpo ka," or "Oy, ano ka, may Down syndrome ka." They will not say that. They will ask you, "What are you capable of doing?" If all you're capable of doing is greeting the customers, then we'll hire you for that. And in the US, we all know that retirees don't retire. Nalulungkot sila sa bahay nila. So they would apply as greeters in Walmart. I've seen people in Targets that are overage when we talk about employability in the Philippines, but hey, there in the US, they still are capable of doing things. And you know, if they feel proud about being useful, of being purposeful, then they are less likely to be feeling discriminated or to feel sorry about themselves. And they live longer, happier, healthier. So inclusive leadership has to make sure, let's not be people who build bridges, who build walls. Let's be people who build bridges. Everybody say, build bridges, not walls. Gamitin natin yung kamay. Build bridges, not walls. Sabay-sabay. Build bridges. Build bridges, not walls. Connect. You need to build bridges so that you belong to different religions, but that is just one part of your humanity. You being a human being. You being a person. So how do you build a bridge? You both love your children. You both love your family. You both love your country. So those are the common grounds. So build bridges, and not, you know what? The world is too small thanks to the digital transformation. It's too small already that fighting can be toxic. That if two people fight, it's not only two people who are affected. It's also the sympathizers and fans of Taylor Swift and Jokoy. I know you can understand what I'm saying. So it could be toxic at times. So mental health and emotional well-being is number 4. And number 5, so ito ngayon, people would rather be mentally well and emotionally at peace than receive a salary and then die young and prematurely. And number 5, and ipakita natin number 5, Sir Eric. I hope I'm making sense, Social environmental responsibility, yung kaninang sabi ko, nagagalit ka kasi ang Pilipino daw hindi disiplinado. Ikaw mismo yung pinagbalatan mo ng candy, tinatapon mo kung saan-saan. Let change start with us. With you, and then with the people within your sphere of influence, in your family, in your places of worship, in your temples, and etc., in your group and in your teams, in your circle of friends. And another 5, AI work integration. We all know now that ChatGPT's kahapon, we talked about it. And AI can, well, people are afraid of AI. Sabi nila, it will replace jobs. Totoo naman, it will replace people. It will take away jobs, sabi ng tao. Totoo naman. Pero hindi lang naman ngayon may mga nawalan ng trabaho because of technology. Nung naimbento ang traktora, marami ring nawalang trabaho ng mga magsasaka and construction workers. Nung naimbento ang machine, marami rin ang nawalan ng ability to manually create clothing for people in the Western world. So, totoo naman. So what we can do now is reinvent ourselves so that we can be AI savvy, tech savvy, so that instead of us being a victim of technology. We become the beneficiaries of technology, that things are done easier now. Just last night, I've seen how people in Singapore and Malaysia are making lots of money by building their own mud crab condo. Ano yung mud crab condo? So, di ba ang mud crab, nasa mga mud pala yan? Sa kanila, hindi naka-condo. Yung mga, ano ba yung, Orokan ba yon? Yung may mga drawer? Ganun na. And they make millions, by the way, ha? So, ganun lang yon. So, you need to reinvent yourself. Number 7, crisis leadership. Yung sinabi ko sa inyo, crisis will be left and right happening here and around the world. Crisis can be man-made. Crisis can be by force of nature. Diba? So, man-made. Nag-away-away. Siyempre, nag-away ang Beijing ngayon at Taiwan. Nag-away sila. And of course, alam naman natin, Russia and Ukraine. And then Gaza. Alam naman natin basta Israel, Palestina. So, those could be man-made. Because those crises are the consequence of leaders who decide to use force instead of peace and communication. And some are because of nature. Global warming, Antarctica's ice and Arctic's ice melting, displaced yung mga polar bears and penguins. It's happening now. Ayan, etc., etc. So you need to be leaders who can respond to crisis or greed. Political greed, power, hunger. So maraming patayan. You need to, and then of course, the evolution of the COVID-19 virus. And another trend would be CPD. Keep on learning. Keep on learning. If there are CPAs here, you know what I'm talking about. 120 units every 3 years. That means 120 hours of continuing professional development before you can renew your license. And that's a good thing because you can be a global CPA. Ayan. And number 9, global citizenship. Alam nyo ba kung bakit? Ito trivia. Bakit pa ang Pilipinas hindi mag-sync-sync kahit marami tayong reklamo sa gobyerno? Bakit yung mga Argentina, Brazil, Venezuela, bakit gumuho ang kanilang mga bansa, ang ekonomiya? Kasi they're solely depending on internal ability and their exports and relationships, internal ability to consume and create, to keep their economy afloat. Ang Pilipino, hindi. Yung ating export are the global citizens. Yung mga Pilipino, for example, may nangyari sa Israel, yung remittance ng dolyar sa Philippines, insignificantly disrupted. Kasi may iba pang Pilipino nasa Milan, nasa iba't ibang. So we have created a web or a safety net for our economy to be not on a collapsing state. Why? Because we are global citizens. We go all over the world, we work there, and we send money to the Philippines. Diba? And so what we need to do now is to be truly global citizens, which means that we can lead globally. We can live globally, and not only are we living and working, we are leading companies, organizations. Palakpakan naman natin ang mga Pinoy. Ayan so let's be global citizens, and let's be inclusive, let's be respectful, let's be trustworthy. And number 10, ayan, happiness-driven workforce. Ayan na. In Taiwan and China, the youth there, di ba nagkaroon sila ng lying flat? And then leave to rot. Ibig sabihin, hayaan mo lang mabulok. So ito yung mga highly educated young people, Gen Zs, in Taiwan, in China. But they would rather lie flat or depend on their parents for their allowances, etc., etc. Kasi they would rather be jobless than be in a job that gives them hell. Okay, so let me ask you this. Which is more important to you? Happiness na konti ang pera? O malaki ang sweldo pero impyerno ang kultura? Is it happiness or money? Ayan, sabi ni Ma'am Limara, happiness and money. Ayan, so ang dami nito happiness. Totoo yan This is the trend now. The trend now is people would rather be happy and a bit broke than be well off and miserably dying. Ayan. So maraming salamat. So those are the top 10 key trends that will influence you in leading. So make sure that you are capable of incorporating all those key trends. Okay? And now, let's proceed to give me a thumbs up if you love the 10 key trends for 2024. Ayan, maraming salamat sa thumbs up. Now, core competencies. So, competencies na kakayahan na tayo, ha? So, people would say na ang dami na niyang alam. Pero bakit hindi siya effective? Uy, nag-aaral siya sa Ivy League schools. Ba't di siya effective? Ito parang street smart, pero mahal siya ng tao niya. So what then makes a leader competent? Is it the $1 million worth of a postgraduate degree? Is it the PhDs and all the suffixes after your name? What will make you an effective and competent leader? So ito na po yan. Let me tell you. Sir Eric, ayan. By the way, I prepared myself. Ito yan, isang malaking takure ng luya, Ma'am Kate. Ayan. Self-care is self-love. Ayan. So, when we talk about you as a leader, we talk about cash. Sino dito gusto ng cash? Taas ang kamay. Sino dito gusto ng cash? Marami? Ang dami ng gusto ng cash. But this cash starts with letter K. And this is more powerful, more fulfilling, more priceless than anything in the world. It's knowledge for K, attitude for skills, attitude for A, S for skills, and H for habits. Everybody say cash. Sabay-sabay. Knowledge, sabay-sabay. Knowledge, attitude, skills, and habits. Gamitin natin yung kamay natin. Knowledge, attitude, skills, habits. Yun pala yun. So let's focus first on knowledge and skills. Number one, strategic thinking. Ano yung strategic thinking? Being solution-oriented. You create an action plan. You don't just dream. What is a dream? A dream is a wish your heart makes. Wishful thinking lang yun. But if you are a strategic planner, that's an action plan. Strategic plan to save up for, let's just say, a trip to Japan in April. Strategic plan to, okay, 299 pesos lang yung engagement ring, pero mag-down payment for a house for you and your future wife. A strategic way to alleviate your family and lift your family out of poverty in 2024. So plano yun na actionable. Kasi the problem with people is that gusto kong bumait pero di ko gumagawa. Gusto kong yumaman pero dukha pa rin ako. Gusto kong sumaya pero lahat inaaway ko pa rin. So there's no solid plan. So number one, strategic thinking. So the question you will ask yourself is, what will it take? That's the question that you can ask yourself. What will it take? Number one, what will it take either for me to earn money? What will it take for me to get out of this vice or something that pulls me down? What will it take for me to? What will it take for the client to sign up? What will it take for the engagement to push through? What will it take for me to have a huge salary increase in 2024? Strategic thinking. Okay. Next, kailangan may utak tayo. And then digital literacy. Ito lang simpleng pag-attend nyo dito. That's a basic requirement now. Diba? Digital literacy. It will make your life easier. Number 3. Sige, bigyan natin yung lahat. Innovation, again, the ability to create new solutions to old problems. And innovation can also be the ability to think of and forecast what can possibly happen. And prepare for it. Grabe, no? Innovate and create. So magkapatid yan. Innovate something new. Create something new. Think of something new and create it. Innovation and creativity. Number 4. Ayan, sabi ko sa inyo, leadership is for the brave. Why? Kasi kung duwag ka, takot ka, you will say, I will just make my decision tomorrow. Tomorrow may be too late. 100 people may die from today to tomorrow morning. Or the market will crash from today to tomorrow morning. So make fast decision. Academically, scholarly done, well thought of decisions. And be a problem solver. Alam nyo, ayoko namang iba siyang Philippines, Pero totoo yun na kung manonood kayo sa Netflix at ng mga pelikula sa iba't ibang bansa, si Thanos, ginugulaw na niya kalahati ng universe. Sa Pilipinas, nag-aagawan pa rin ng asawa. Tama ba, Miss Kate? Nagsasampalan pa rin. Yung mga telenovela. Okay, so, yung mga prime time or mga afternoon soap, diba? Sa Pilipinas, pag lumipad si Darna, para pa rin papel. Pero yung Guardians of the Galaxy, grabe, naka 3D na, there are cinemas na may 4Ds pa. So, ba't ganun? Di ba, ba't ganun? Why are we so stagnating? So, siguro, I always say, what we feed our minds shapes our mind. Sabay-sabay, what I feed my mind shapes my mind. So, bakit sa US, ito, just last year, May ito, nakakalungkot to. Meron na namang school shooting last year sa US. Bakit? Kasi yung mga batang malungkot, syempre, nagbi-games yan, di ba? And in their game, in mind conditioning yan eh. And even in their dreams, they think of slaying or killing the opponent. So they thought that, because they have been preconditioned to harm other people, in their lowest point, that they would lose their self-control, they will bring their guns and they would shoot innocent kids. Everybody say, what I feed my mind shapes my mind. So ang tanong, ano yung pinapanood mo? Baka naman puro chismis yan. Baka puro paninirang puri yan. Baka naman puro fake news yan. Baka naman puro reklamo yan. Okay? So make sure that instead of you delving in problems, be solution-oriented. So everybody say, recognize and resolve. Sabay-sabay, recognize and resolve. Recognize that the problem exists. So the next thing you'll ask is, the next thing you will ask yourself is, how can I solve this? So you have to be decisive. And lastly, for knowledge and skills, resilience. Huwag kang babasagin. Ito, totoo yan, ha? Kahapon kasi, for the past 3 days already, alam niyo naman yung Taylor Swift Jokoy, Ang daming binitawan nila si Jokoy. Ang dami naman ang sumuporta pa kay Jokoy ay sina Whoopi Goldberg, diba? And some other American comedians. Pero sa Pilipinas, ang daming binitawan kaagad siya. Without considering the fact na he was set up to fail. Kasi it was only 10 days. Tapos they are A-lister celebrities, and some of the celebrities are not good at taking jokes or having fun. Now, let me tell you this, hindi lang sa Pilipinas, buong mundo, ang hirap ng magpatawa ngayon. Ang hirap ng mag-comment ngayon sa mga reunion kasi they will easily be broken. Tama po ba o mali? Resilience is when ganito. For example, you have somebody in your team or in that family reunion at criticize ka. You will, of course, the criticism, depending on how it was delivered, you have the right to be offended. But if you are wise, you will take it with, a grain of salt. And you will ask yourself, teka, may katotohanan ba yung sinabi niya? Okay, kung may katotohanan, how can I address this? And if I don't address this, what will be the repercussions? If I address this somehow, what will be the benefits? And so you will bounce back. And once you bounce back, ang sabi nga ni John Maxwell, fail forward. So let's call it bounce forward. So after kang mag-criticize, after kang magkamali, after kang out of the blue, naging politically incorrect ka, you apologize and then you become a better person the next day. Resilience. Okay? Resilience and crisis management. Remember, crises are happening everywhere. And don't be surprised with crisis. Crisis happens every day. And there are different parts of our lives that are experiencing crisis. To a young kid, let's just say, if you are a 15-year-old young girl, young lady, who will be having your JS prom tomorrow, and you have let's say, you immediately, at that day, nagka-pimple ka, that could be catastrophic, huh? It's a pimple. Ano ba yan, pimple lang? But to a 14-year-old young lady, that is catastrophic. That is crisis. So be there for your child. Be there for your niece and help them with the crisis. Are you getting my point? Now, those are the skills and knowledge that you need to possess. So type in your answer now. What will you improve on the most? Sa 5 knowledge and skills that are needed in 2024, ano yung i-improve natin? Everybody, type in your answer now. Ayan, tingnan natin. What will you improve on? Ayan, strategic thinking. Totoo ha, huwag kayong basta biglang reactive, biglang focus on problems. Ayan, creativity. Gusto ko yan. Wonderful. Ayan. And then, because it's already 2:45, Ma'am Kay, tama ba? 2:45? Ayan, ang daming reactions nila, oh.
Yes.
Something today, give us a heart sign or an emoji. And let's welcome back Ma'am Kay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sir Howell. Thank you. Okay, we'll see you in a little while. Thank you.
Sure.
Hi. Good afternoon again, everyone. I am back, and that means it's our break time. I mentioned a while ago during our house rules that something exciting will be happening during our break time, and that's now. Okay, sabi ko rin kanina that you have to be a part of our Viber community to be able to join this activity. So I'm sure you can see the very big QR code in front of you. Scan it now, or click the link. We're posting that here in the chat box. Click that link so that you can join our Viber community, the Ariva Academy Viber community. You really have to be a part of that, because in the past, we have games, but we do it via the chat box here in Zoom. But we want everyone to be a part of this activity. So not just our participants in Zoom, also those who are viewing us from the live stream can join us from Facebook, from YouTube, and also from LinkedIn. You can join us by being a part of the Viber community. Scan the QR code right now, or click the link, or type in 0917-325-7870. Okay, you can do that. And then once you're inside our Viber community, listen carefully. You'll have to look for the Viber community at YouTube and also from RV Ariva. Okay, RV Ariva. That is what you have to look for, the Viber community admin, because that is where you will be sending your message. You send it privately. You will not be posting it in the GC. You have to send it privately, RV Ariva. And this activity will have 2 winners. Each winner will be receiving 200 pesos. That's going to be sent straight to your GCash account. Wow. 2 lucky participants will be 200 pesos richer this afternoon. So, okay, I'll move forward. What is our activity? It's a game, and the game is called... It's called Guess the Movie. Ayan. I'm sure if you've attended in the past, you're familiar with this. But for the benefit of those who are joining us just now, let me tell them what's going to happen. Okay. So this is how the game goes. We will be showing you short clips or short trailers of some movies. Okay. This is what you have to do. You have to give us the complete and correct title of that movie and send it to us via Viber. Look again for RV Ariva. For you to really find RV Ariva is the last one who sent the message in our Viber community. So you just have to click that account and then send the message. Okay? You guys are ready? Let's do a trial run just to make sure that you get the idea of the game. Okay? So there's no prize yet, but I want you to start guessing the title of this movie. Let's watch it.
You have no actual training.
I have kids. Learned a lot right there. Yeah, and I'm great with people. When I was first out of high school, I got married and had a kid too young. I'm extremely fast learner. You got a really nice office.
Look.
These people don't dream about being rich. They dream about being able to watch their kids swim in a pool without worrying that they'll have to have a hysterectomy at the age of 20.
Okay, the chat box here in Viber is moving too fast. But I'm seeing Pretty Woman. I am also seeing Erin Brockovich. Different spellings of Erin Brockovich, actually. And yes, a lot of Pretty Woman. I'm also seeing Notting Hill. So those are the answers that I'm seeing. Let us see. May nakakuha ba ng tama na answer? What's the title of that movie? It is, yes, Aaron Brockovich. Some of you got it correct. So now you know how the game goes. Again, you really have to give me the complete and correct title. No missing words, no extra words. Okay? Okay, so I hope you're ready. This next clip will give you 200 pesos. Let's watch it.
Say you're the head of the Sinaloa cartel. Who can you trust to track your stolen cash? He's capable of coming in cold, uncooking years of books, and getting out alive. Imagine the secrets this guy has.
Who are you?
Can our son lead a normal life?
Define normal.
There you go. Okay, again, the chats from our Viber are moving too fast. I am seeing the accountant. There's also the accountant too. We also have some answers that's just accountant. Okay, and meron tayong humahabol na Erin Brockovich up to now. Parang nahuhuli. Meron ding answer na money heist. So those are the answers I am seeing. But let's see. Do we have our first winner? What's the title of that movie? It is, yes, The Accountant. And we have the first one. Ang bilis ninyang na-send ang kanyang answer. We have Tiger Lily Aspiros. Congratulations, you are our first winner. Tiger Lily, beautiful name. Tiger Lily, this is what you have to do. You have to send your GCash account number to us here again via Viber. Send it still to RV Ariva, okay? And then we'll be waiting for your GCash account number so that we can send you your prize in a little while. Congratulations again. Now, Tiger Lily, because you've won already, you will not be able to join the game anymore. Para bigyan natin ng chance yung other co-participants mo in getting the last 200 pesos, okay? Congratulations again, and to the rest of our participants. One last 200 pesos is at stake, so it might be yours. Let's watch the next clip. Okay, here are your answers. I am seeing Pursuit of Happiness. There is Moneyball. There is Money Hill. There is The Pursuit of Happiness. There's also different spellings of happiness. There's happiness with an I and happiness with a Y. There's also Men in Black. So those are some. I love SYFMC. Also, that's an answer that we got. We have, there's The Pursuit of Happiness and just Pursuit of Happiness. Let's see. What is the correct title of that movie? It is The Pursuit of Happiness, and happiness with a Y instead of an I. So the first one, na ang bilis nakapag-type ng answer, we have Gladen Joy Labadia. Gladen Joy, congratulations. You are our last winner. Gladen Joy, send your GCash account number to Ariva Academy, okay? I'm sorry, not Ariva Academy, to the Ariva Academy Viber community, and look for RV Ariva. That is where you will be sending your GCash account number, and then that is where we will be sending you your prize through your GCash. So we'll be waiting for that. Congratulations, Tiger Lily. Congratulations to Gladen Joy. Ayan. And to everyone who joined, and dami, everyone really joined the game. Thank you so much for joining the game. We're very happy that you enjoyed this game. Now, we have other announcements, but for this next announcement, let me call on my other co-host who's joining us this afternoon. Let me introduce Bob G. Bailey.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Bob J. Bailey and Happy New Year to everybody. So now, to go on through our day, I will tell you, stay on top of our insights and updates. Stay connected with us via our social media. Join the Facebook group of Ariva Academy. Like Ariva Academy Facebook page and also follow Ariva Academy LinkedIn page. And don't forget to visit our website. It's www.ariva.com.ph. Right. Also, don't forget to join our Ariva Academy community, our Viber community. Once again, please do type our number. It's 0917-326-7870 or scan our QR code that is flashing on your screen right now. For those who missed our live webinars from the previous days, you can check it out on our YouTube channel. It's on Ariva Academy YouTube channel, Ariva Talks YouTube channel. And don't forget, of course, to subscribe. So don't worry, you can watch them all there. Ariva Speakers Bureau, representing our speakers across the world's most dynamic markets. So for those who need in-house training, we have programs to offer. Just contact us, just call us, give us a call, or email us. Send us an email for those who are interested. And now for our upcoming learning events. On January 16, Employee Retention Strategies That Work. It's also a free live webinar, so don't forget. Next is on January 24, The Perfect Pitch, Public Speaking and Presentation Skills Breakthrough. Next is Essentials of Strategic Planning on January 25. And on January 26, Hitting Targets Through Innovative Collection and Receivable Strategies. On January 31, Corporate Governance for Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprises. Digital Marketing and Selling Strategies to Ramp Up Your Sales on January 31. Next is another free live webinar on February 6. It's Virtual Job Interview Tips for Hiring Managers and Recruiters. Next up is on February 8. It's Effective Supervisory Leadership. Next, Computerized Accounting System for Top Withholding Agents on February 8th also. And next, The Heart of Workplace Harmony, Cultivating Love, Forgiveness, and Trust in the Workplace. Also a free live webinar on February 13, 2024. Next up is on February 15, Developing Your Communication Styles and Emotional Intelligence in the Modern Workplace. Next up is The Essentials of Annual Income Tax on February 15. Lastly, How to Write Company Policies and Procedures, Enhancing Efficiency and Compliance in the Workplace on February 16. So that's it. We will resume to our discussion for today. And now let me call on back to our floor, Mr. Howell Mabalot.
Thank you so much, Sir Bob J. Bailey, and happy birthday!
Thank you, sir.
Palakpakan naman natin si Sir Bob. So, grabe ka. So, matindi. Ang layo na narating mo, ha? Ang layo na nang narating mo. Ang dami mo ng mga movies and hit TV series. Grabe. Congratulations.
Salamat po.
Ayan. So maraming salamat everybody. Extend your greetings to Bob J. Bailey. Ayan. So kanina, before we went on a break, we were talking about capacity, no? Sabi natin our capacity or our competency, core competency should be about knowledge, attitude, skills, and habits. And so we already talked about knowledge and skills. Now let's talk about attitude and habits. So ang attitude and habits natin, adaptability. Okay? Hindi pwede yung, hindi ako kumakain yan eh. Hindi ako nag-worship sa ganyan eh. Hindi ako nagre-remove ng shoes. So a lot of people, sabi nga natin kanina, we are global citizens. And we'll be encountering people who believe differently than us, who eat things differently than us, who do things differently than us. And there will be organizations that somehow don't agree with our personal values. So what will we do? We need to be adaptable, okay? When you say adaptable, you don't complain about what's happening, you acknowledge what's happening, and you adjust. Hindi yung sitwasyon ang mag-a-adjust, tayo yung mag-a-adjust. Emotional intelligence, Ayan, mahalaga yan. I will briefly touch on that, emotional intelligence. Or that, kasi IQ is overrated, EQ is underrated. Totoo, ano? Masyado nating pinapahalagahan yung matatalino. Paano naman yung sakto lang yung talino pero maganda ang kalooban? Ayan. And may pangunawa sa kapwa. Thirdly, compassionate communication. Totoo yan, ha? When you communicate, you need to be compassionate. Now, the root word of compassion is passion. Passion in Greek means Pasko. Hindi to yung ang Pasko ay sumapit. Pasko means the willingness to suffer. So when you are passionate about something, you're willing to suffer. Because you're passionate about playing piano, you're willing to suffer for it. Because you're passionate about being a stage actor or actress, you're willing to suffer for it. And if you are passionate about your loved one, you're willing to suffer for them just so you can make them happier. So when compassionate communication enters, it means that you are willing to suffer with them. Everybody say, let me suffer with you, or let me understand your suffering. So compassionate is you put into place, or you include in the picture that this person is not only a human being who is under your team, that the human being also is a breadwinner, a single mom or a single dad, or that that person also these people, they have lost already their parents during COVID and lost a sister to cancer in 2023. Mga ganung bagay, compassionate communication, understand and feel their pain. Labor together, collaborate, labor together so that you can build a team. And number five, empowerment and delegation. Pag sinabing empowerment and delegation, it's the ability, or it is the endowment of power. Pag sinabing endowment is to give them. Endowment fund, you give them fund. Endowment of power, empower, you give them the power. So you give them the authority to make decisions and you delegate so that they will be not only competent in what they do, they'll be confident in what they do. So those are the 10 core competencies na kailangan natin. Ngayon, pag-usapan naman natin yung kasunod. Let's talk about innovative strategies. Innovation. Think of something new and create it so that you can lead people, diverse teams, people from different religions, people with different sexualities, people who with different marital status, people from different economic backgrounds, people from different parts of the world, so that you can lead them, no matter how remote the team is, effectively. Okay, so technologically, we will divide them into two. We'll divide them into technology and human. So technologically, I'm sure lahat kayo kaya nyo na to. It's all about virtual world. It's all about virtual instruments. It's all about the gadgets that help us manage the team who are physically not present with us. So here are the 5. Ipakita na natin yung 5. Kasi we only have, I think, just 15 more minutes or so. So here are the 5. Everything is virtual here. Lay collaborative tools in virtual. Let's just say virtual collaborative tools na Viber or Teams or Zoom, etc. Number 2, virtual team building activities. Spice up your meetings para hindi boring. Surprise mo sila na may pa-food panda ka pala sa board meeting nyo or team meeting na virtual. Then somebody would knock on their door or their guard will call their phones and say, "Sir, may pipick up kayo sa baba. Pa-lunch daw po ni Mayor. Ayan, pa-lunch ni Boss." May pa-team building kayo dyan. Virtual leadership development programs. Of course, doing leader po ang Ariva Academy dyan. Hindi sa pagyayabang ha, pero nagkaroon ng pandemic ng March, April, nag-virtual na tayo. Di ba, Ma'am Kate? Kami ang pinakauna, ang Ariva Academy ang leader in virtual leadership development programs. And of course, cross-functional virtual projects, which means that you train them, you make them be well-rounded, and lastly, virtual platforms for feedback and recognition. Always open your email and your chat boxes so that you will hear from them, whether they love what you're doing or they suggest something better, so that lives, in fact, will be better for all of us. Now, what about human? Sabi natin, dalawang facets yan, ano? Technology and human. So ito na, magpakatao tayo ngayon. This is the time for us to be human beings. Number 1, ito, cultural competence training. Oh, nasa Japan ka, nagkakalat ka. Nasa Taiwan ka, nagbabadmouth ka ng politician. nasa somewhere in Mindanao ka, tapos you praise Christianity and defame their faith. Or nandun ka sa, for example, there was this one leadership program that we conducted, and meron kaming participant na Muslim sister. Kulang sa cultural sensitivity yung staff or yung manager nung hotel. Biro mo pinagtabi niya yung pork dish at yung chicken dish. Magkahiwalay sila ng of course food warmer, pero the mere fact that yung steam ng pork nagme-mix doon sa steam ng chicken, wala nang nakain tuloy yung Muslim sister namin na participant. We need to be culturally sensitive, okay? Also, we need to be flexible with work policies. Nakita mo na nga na for example, pang-apat niyang anak, tapos cesarean, tapos wala yung daddy niya, or extend compassion to that particular workforce or to that particular person. Be more compassionate, be more kind, be more understanding. So kung kailangan mag-extend ng leave without pay, ibigay mo, ha? Flexible work policies. Inclusive communication practices, which means that when you communicate, we ask, can you understand my language? Or kaya po ba na mag-make Google Translator? Also, we make sure that you talk about them as well. It's not just you talking to them. It's about creating a platform where everybody's voice can be heard. Mentorship and coaching programs, that's very important. That's how you prepare the next generation leaders, yung succession planning natin, no? And then well-being initiatives, which means that in many years of doing this, nakita namin in the Philippines, Filipino organizations are doing their best to be at par with Google and Facebook and all those Silicon Valley companies. May pa pool table, may pa only drinks, only coffee, only milk tea. Ganyan na ngayon ang mga companies sa Metro Manila. I'm not sure in some parts of the Philippines. May pa yoga, may pa free Zumba class. Do that and make them feel that you value them as human beings. So, of the 5 human aspects, ano yung gusto natin dito? Type in your answer now. What do you want to improve on the most? Which of the 5? Sige nga. I-type natin ang ating mga sagot. Ayan. Mahalaga yung mentorship and coaching program. Totoo yan, ha? O, yung well-being natin. Alam niyo, ang opposite ng well-being, ill-being. Kasi ang opposite ng wellness is illness. So there are no bad people. They're just ill. They are sick. Maybe they're physically sick, they're emotionally or mentally sick. So provide for the wellness and health, both emotionally, financially, and let's talk also about physically, etc. Okay? Thank you so much. And now, grabe, no? Are we learning something? Give me a thumbs up. Ayan. So may kodigo ako dito. Ayan. Nakita ko dito kasi hindi ako yung nagpe-press ng PowerPoint, si Sir Eric yun. So let's now talk about emotional intelligence. Narinig na ba natin yung emotional intelligence? Di ba ang dami? Sasabihin natin, alam mo wala kang ka-EQ. Alam mo wala kang character development. We hear it with Gen Zs, Gen X. We hear it with Gen Ys as well. We hear it from all walks of people living. Ha? Kahit yung mga lola, wala kang character development. Nagugulat ako, ha? Alam ni lola to, walang character development. Alam nila yung term, walang character development. So let's talk about emotionally intelligent leaders and the people who lack emotional intelligence and what will the consequence be. Okay, so ano ba yung i-simplify natin? Sabi nga, genius has the ability to simplify the complex. Sige, i-simplify natin yung complex. So it's about self-governance. Yung at that moment, gusto mo siyang suntukin, pero because you are self-governing, alam mong makukulong ka. So hindi mo siya susuntukin. Gusto mo siyang murahin, pero alam mo, boss mo siya, mawawalan ka ng trabaho, so you will zip your mouth. It's self-governance. Yung anak mo na gusto mong paluin kasi alas 3 ginising ka ng madaling araw, but she's just a toddler. Hello! Self-governance. O pagod na pagod yung asawa mong dumating, tapos ang sabi, ang pait naman itong ginihasang ampalaya mo, wala man lang. So, sa halip na magalit ka sa kanya kasi pagod ka rin, zip your mouth. Control yourself. So, self-governance. The more in control you are of yourself, of your words, of your thoughts, of your speech, of your action, of your reaction, the more emotionally intelligent you are. Tandaan yan, ha? So, kung may kilala kayo na pag nahulog yung ballpen, galit na, kailangan nilang i-improve yung emotional intelligence. Yung they are easily triggered. Let me say yes if you know somebody who's easily triggered. Ang bilis magalit, parang may sapak o may toyo o may topak or may something. Yung parang okay naman siya. And then eventually, galit agad, tampo agad, etc. Let me tell you this. The problem is that person is not emotionally intelligent yet. Now, let me tell you this. Age doesn't come with emotional intelligence. My niece, who's a doctor now, si Doc Nella, when she was 3, when she was crying, ganito lang siya mag-cry. She was 3 ha? She was upset. Hindi nabali yung toy niya. 3 yun ha? 3 years old. Hindi siya gumagawa ng eksena. Pero I also know people in their 40s, 50s, 60s, CEOs, CFOs, nagmumura, tumutumba ng mesa, nagduduro na. And you would think that emotional intelligence comes with age or education? No. So tell yourself, everybody say, I am in control of myself. Sabay-sabay, I am in control of myself. And you need to work on yourself. Maybe you had a rough childhood. Maybe you had it all your way. Maybe as a child, you were able to get away with all your misgivings. Pero iba na ha. Let's be more self-controlled. Let's be more self-governing. Okay? So take care of your mood and your emotions. Huh? Okay, next. And number 3, emotional intelligence. Ito yung understanding also. Hindi yung mood mo, kundi yung mood niya. Okay, you feel like, I want to say something. You want to say something over dinner? While having conversations about love and life and hope? And you want to break a news and kill the vibe? Talaga? You would want to do that? You'd want everyone to walk out, especially your parents or your youngest sibling? Really? Is that the perfect time? Is that the perfect venue? But if you're emotionally intelligent, you know. Teka, what I'm about to say is something valid, but unfortunately, this is not the right time. This is not the right venue. This is not the right forum. Therefore, I will zip my mouth and park it on the side. And eventually, when the right time comes, I will bring it up. So emotionally intelligent people, ang daling kasama nito. Mapapatulog mo siya sa banig, mapapatulog mo siya sa ilalim ng dahagdan, mapapakain mo siya ng nakakamay, mapapaligo mo siya sa medyo tubig na galing poso na medyo green. They are intelligent people and they understand that you're giving your best and they're capable of handling their own emotions. Okay? And then emotionally intelligent leaders are understanding. They're not judgmental. They're not authoritative. They understand you. And they are not easily offended. Why? Because they know where you're coming from. Also, emotionally intelligent people are effective managers. They don't make hasty decisions. Alam niyo, narinig niyo na yan ha. Do not make decisions when you're angry kasi that would be a stupid decision. Pinalayas mo na siya eh. Tapos nung nahimasmasan ka, be, di na ako galit. Balik ka na. Di na ako galit. Ligo na, mi. Balik ka na. Alam mo yun? Minura mo siya. Inaway mo siya. Ininsulto mo siya. Naging physical kayo. You hurt each other. And then you will ask them to come back. Remember, it's what we call proactive procrastination. Isulat nyo nga yan. Proactive procrastination. Emotionally intelligent people know how to procrastinate an intense emotion so that when the right time comes, they will be at peace, they will be calm, they will be objective, and they will be non-offensive, they will never be defensive, and they will be alam naman natin yung road rage dahil yan sa mga people who are hijacked by intense emotions. Okay? So everybody say, magbago tayo. Palakpakan naman natin yung pagbabago na yan. So, how do I conclude the emotional intelligence part? Which is more important, IQ or EQ? In a world full of people who are hurting, EQ will take you farther and further than IQ. Magbago tayo. Now, here are the new approaches to problem-solving, decision-making, and critical thinking. Grabe, no? Bilis ng oras. Kung ako sana, gusto kong extend to hanggang 6 o'clock eh. Pero hanggang 3:30 lang po tayo. Okay, so promote. How do you, what new approaches can you do? Collaboration versus competition. Collaboration versus competition. Huwag mong pag-aawa-awayin yung mga tao. Magpagalingan kayo. Sige. No. Tell them, labor together. the reward will be for everyone. Once everyone joins the bandwagon and we all hit the target and we all cross the finish line and we all exceed our expectations, we will all win. So promote collaboration. Okay? Do not monopolize meetings. Be open. Ask for different and diverse opinions. There's beauty in letting people speak their mind out of creativity. And of course, we want them. We want those fresh juices flowing. Next, aside from promoting collaboration versus competition, we also would want them to embrace agile methodologies. Alam nyo ba hanggang ngayon ito ha. Okay, hindi ko lang sasabihin kung anong government agency. I conducted a seminar last May. Alam nyo ba 2024 na hindi pa bayad? Di ba pag gano'n nakukuha na? Pero hindi ko sasabihin kung anong bagal-bagal. Tapos puro sila, alam mo yon, kasi po. No sense of accountability. Anyway, ngayon, bilisan nyo na. Let's be agile. Let's make it easy for our clients, for our employees to receive their salaries, etc., etc. Let's be agile. Embrace agile methodologies so that hindi tayo maiiwan. So we can really respond to quick changes. Okay. Also, let's develop emotional intelligence among leaders. Kasi po totoo yan ha. Meron tayong tinatawag na dark triad. People in power. I'm not saying every person in power is a psychopath, but there are people in power who are in power because they're psychopaths. Ito yung mga walang pakiramdam. Kaya nilang, hindi naman pumatay, kaya nilang tumapak sa mukha ng tao na hindi kinukonsensya. Kaya nilang matulog ng mahimbing kahit meron silang sinagasa ang tao, minura, ginamit, niloko, psychopath. And they're able to become the chiefs of their organizations. Some become chiefs. Another part of the dark triad, aside from psychopath, is, alam natin, the narcissist. They're too focused on themselves. And they know what they want and they get what they want. Unfortunately, at the expense of their team. Diba? So I'm telling you this, may mga tao talaga sa echelon, diba? Sa pinakataas ng leadership ladder na mga emotionally unintelligent. They are emotionally absent, and they will do everything for power, even at the expense of your own health, your happiness, even your life. Huh? So I hope that your leaders will be attending emotional intelligence workshops, so they will learn to be more compassionate, collaborative, learn to suffer with people, learn to feel, and then prepare for potential future challenges. Ano ba yung potential future challenges? Political uncertainty, World War III. Totoo yan, not kidding. Evolution and mutation of the COVID-19, etc., etc. Let's not be afraid. It's been written in all kinds of scriptures, from the biblical scriptures of Christians to the holy scriptures of different religions. The end of the world has been predicted thousands of years ago. And we're gearing towards there. Di natin alam kung it will just be just a year or 10,000 years more or 100 million years more. But anything is definite. Anything that starts will end. So prepare for potential future challenges. Okay, are we learning something today? Maraming salamat po. Now, let's talk about skills to foster a culture of innovation and adaptability within teams of organization. What will encourage your people to support a culture that learns and evolves and grows and advances? So ito po yun. Design a culture of creativity and innovation by making people feel empowered to share ideas. Huwag niyong babarilin yung idea. Don't say that's stupid, that's foolishness. You know what? That's absurd. Don't say those words. When they say something out of the box, you say, that's interesting. That's the first time I heard it. Sige, we'll consider that. I'll sleep on it. Maganda yon. You're not disempowering them. You're not disrespecting them. You're not. You are in fact, and instead you are validating them. Aside from designing a culture of creativity, practice data-informed decision making. Huwag yung maniniwala sa fake news. Ang daming naniniwala sa fake news ngayon. I'm telling you, napakarami talaga. Research. Validate. So that when you make a decision, no matter how fast it is, it's not hasty. It's not based on intuition alone. It's fact-based. It is data-supported. All right. And encourage a culture of integrity and ethical behavior. Walang dinidiscriminate, walang inaapi. No religion is being, or you're not considering another religion as superior than the other person, or the person's complexion than the other person, or texture of hair or lack of hair than the other person. Wala. Create a culture of integrity, ethical behavior, love, and respect. And provide opportunities for training and development. Thank you for joining our free learning events, and I hope that to delve deeper into the learnings that we've had, we have a plethora of speakers and training programs and courses which we can offer you to prepare you for 2024. And now, what effective communication techniques do you need? Ito, 5. Let's show them the 5 techniques. Simplihan nyo. Simplicity is key to effective communication. Huwag yung sobrang haba, beating about the bush. Simplify. And learn to listen. Now, emotionally intelligent people are good listeners because their intention is to understand you. And for them to understand you, they will need to hear from you. And then when making conversations and communication platforms, make sure that may videos tayo, may charts tayo, may numbers tayo, and build a strong digital presence so that you are responsive to all digital inquiries. So those are the top 5 techniques that you need to improve on if you want to improve your communication with your people. Okay? And 4, the strategies for leading change. Ayan, leaders of change na tayo. Number 1, if you want to lead with confidence in 2024, number 1, malinaw ba ang vision mo? Do you know what you want? Do you know what you want to achieve? Not only for yourself, but for everyone within your team. And do you know how to get there? Number 2, can you be a charismatic leader, an influential leader, so that people would want to labor with you, so that they will want to make change happen? And number 3, maghanap ka ng kakampi sa gobyerno, sa private sector, who will spread the news. An influencer, a friend, an imam, a church leader, a priest, a nun, a pastor, somebody who has an influence over a group of people, so that they can be your mouthpiece as well. And create a plan. Hindi lang siya plano ha, strategic plan. A plan of execution. And celebrate small wins. It encourages them to continue forging, continue working hard, continue delivering despite the odds if you celebrate their small wins. A good job, a thumbs up, a pat on the back, GC, a Starbucks planner, a milk tea, etc. Whatever it is, celebrate small wins. And once you're able to do that, we can be ethically responsible. Sabi natin anong mas importante ngayon? IQ or EQ? Now, the good thing about EQ is you're in touch with the world. You're in touch with the emotion of other people. So ethically, you can be responsible. So number 1, I'll give you 5 ethical responsibilities. Number 1, integrity. Huwag kang manggagamit ng tao. Magsabi ka ng totoo para they know what's happening. Is the company closing in 3 months? Is the company on a red for the past 3 years? Are we streamlining? Are we letting go of people? Tell them. Be accountable. Be respectful. Treat everyone fairly. Not because your favorites are within your team, sila lang yung favor mo. No. Treat everyone with fairness and respect. And of course, don't overshare. Don't give away numbers or don't tell stories. Especially yung private stories, family struggles, without their consent. Don't tell it to other people. And of course, engage your community. And I'm talking about your company, your religion, the people within you. And as you engage the people within your church, temples, places of worship, political teams and parties, ano pa ba? Organizations, within your department, people will eventually be affected by you. And by being a leader in 2024 who has the soft power to influence them to be better human beings, I'm telling you, you can change the world. And so with that, maraming salamat. Thanks everyone, and lead well in 2024. Palakpakan natin si Ariva Academy. Ma'am Kate?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sir Howell. Wow, we learned a lot from you this afternoon. That means it's just an hour and a half, pero punong-puno po ng new learnings from you. So thank you so much. But we're not yet done because now we're opening the floor for questions. For those of you who would like to ask a question, pwede, you can type it here in the chat box or click the raise hand button so we can allow you to ask your question directly to our speaker. But, sir, we already have questions here. We have a question that was given to us already. Let me read the first one. Here's the first one. How is 2024 going to be different from last year in terms of getting success as a leader? And what challenges should we expect?
Ayan. Thank you, Ma'am Kate, for that question. The past 3 years was unstable. And then, 2023 was called di ba yung 2020 to 2022, it's the new normal. And then when 2023 entered, it becomes the sustainable new normal. And so ngayon, sustainable na siya. Ibig sabihin, this can go on for the next 10 years without rattling people, without sending people to panic mode, without companies shutting down, without, let's just say, political parties taking advantage of fearsome and panicking Filipinos or citizens of their own country. So mas stable na tayo ngayon. Itong mga bata ngayon, they already know that, especially ako, I have nieces na 3-year-old, 2-year-old. They are so into the sustainable new normal. They know when they're required to quiet down or be silent. They know when they need to wear masks. They will come to me. Nang nasa Ocean Park kami, they would come to me. Tito, bibigyan niyo sa akin yung hand. Tito, gusto niya magpa-alcoholize ng kamay. So, and then kita natin, puno na ang mga parks, puno na ang mga malls. Ayan na, max out ng credit cards. It's sustainable now. There's less fear. Or maybe there's still fear, but somehow a lot more people in the world are now befriending their fear. So, yun ang kaibahan. Dati, fear is perceived to be a monster or an enemy. Now, a lot of people make peace with fear, and now fear is their friend. So the good thing about fear being a friend is it whispers to you, uy, pupunta ka ng ibang bansa, merong ganyan ha, mag-ingat ka. So that friend called fear will help you be more self-aware, more hygienic, and more other people centered, etc., etc.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, good realization. There's another question. How to become an effective and efficient leader if you are an introvert? Medyo personal to question niya.
Ayan ha, introvert. Alam nyo, the people, especially mga public speakers, introverts, when they learn the skill of public speaking, they are better public speakers than those who are extroverts. Alam niyo kung bakit? The difference between introverts who learn how to speak, because firstly, they already are thoughtful human beings. So, and then thoughtful sila, no? Their thoughts are within, kept within. They're analytical, they're observant. So, and then they learn how to speak. Grabe. When they speak, what they say matter. Unlike yung mga pinanganak na mga daldal lang, talkative lang, they, alam mo yun, sometimes they talk but lacking in sense and sensibility. But, so, being an introvert, you being a leader, good for you. You have had in your life mentors and coaches who saw your potential and then promoted you to that position. That's a beautiful thing, being an introvert. Now, what you need to do is learn how to express, not with words, but with actions. Yung hindi ka masyadong masalita, pero nagtatype ka ng message. Babasahin mo siya with the aid of, yun nga, yung printed message mo. Or pwede magpakape ka or magpa-biscuit. Parang lamay lang, ano. Or give them anything. There are many ways to communicate to your people. And I love introvert people. Totoo yan. Because introvert people are at peace with silence. Yun ang natutunan ko during the pandemic. Kasi I am a naturally extroverted, hyper-extrovert ako. And then during the pandemic, I learned to be insightful. And I learned to embrace peace and silence as a gift. So, ganun yun ha. Introvert leader, you are a great leader. Let me tell you that.
Okay, wow. Thank you for that. Next question. This one is sent here in the chat box in Zoom. So this question is from Michael. Let me read it. What do leaders need to do differently in 2024 to build trust?
Ayan, so, okay ha. Build trust. Unang-una, if you're starting from zero, let's just say you just met new people. Be a person of integrity. Let them see that your intentions are pure and that what you say is what you mean and that you only want the best for them. And then you want to forge a relationship with them, not shallowly colleague type of relationship, but I want to know you deeper, personally. So you can go camping out, you can go swimming, you can go scuba diving, you can go doing things that you love in common, etc., etc. However, if you're the second type of a leader, now you have broken their trust. They've been burned by you. Maybe you start with, not maybe, I'm sure that you need to start with apologies. And you have to be sincere in apologizing. And number two, what are your wishes? What are your plans? How will you be a better person? Now, if you apologize, grabe, slow clap ka nila. Grabe, boss ko yan ha. And then he was humble enough to apologize. Slow clap ka nila. And then number two, sabihin mo, here are my intentions to be a better leader for you this year, 2024. And here's what I need you to do to help me be a better leader for you. And when you rally, when you inspire them to join your bandwagon so that they will help you be a better leader, grabe. Doon pa lang ha, plano pa lang, they will start loving you and trusting you already. And for, let's just say, nadapa ka ulit. Kasi minsan, force of habit, mapapamura ka, magagalit ka naman, you will lose your temper, etc. And then when you come to your senses, apologize. Team, sorry ha. Force of habit, pasensya na, nag-relapse lang. So, pasensya na talaga. Help me again. Tara, milk tea tayo. O tara, Starbucks tayo. Or tara, Shuttles Best tayo. O tara, ganun lang. They know you're a human being. And when you admit that you are a human being, the more endearing you will be to their eyes. Alam mo si Sir, gusto ko siya, tao siya. Alam mo, gusto ko siya, ma'am. Wala siyang ka-ere-ere, no? So when they feel like, okay, we can start all over again, then love is better the second time around.
That is so nice. Thank you so much for that, Sir Howell. I'll move to the next question. Is being a leader something innate?
Ayan. Alam mo, yan yung laging question, Ma'am Kate, ano? Well, some people are born leaders. Kung may kilala ka, or if you have a classmate, or kung ikaw to, alam mo yan nung elementary, board ka sa teacher, tara kating classes tayo. Tapos sinundan ka nila, you are a natural born leader. Kasi ang pangit ng pinagawa mo sa kanila, no, rule breaker ka, pero sinunod ka nila, that's your charisma. You are an influential person. You are a born leader. Ang gagawin na lang, have people who will mentor you so that you will use that gift for good. Na influential ka, pero not for bad things, ha? Na mag-cutting classes or not pay taxes or ibudol sila for cryptocurrency. No. Yan. Pero meron ding mga, sabi natin kung may born leaders, may bred leaders. Ibig sabihin, BRAD, they were specially raised by people who believed in them. A teacher, a parent, an uncle, a tita, a classmate. Alam mo may leadership capacity. And they believed in you. So, leaders are both. Leaders are born and leaders are also bred. Ayan.
Born and bred. Yes. Thank you. Now, I'll move to the next question. Sir Howell, can you give us keys for successful leadership for Gen Z?
Gen Z. Alam mo, ako
specific.
Thank you so much. Believe in Gen Zs. They are of all generations, they are the most intelligent, most informed. And in fact, they naalala mo, ayun ko sa generation mo, Ma'am Kate, pero kami, if we need to learn something that is legit and valid and factual, magpupunta kami ng library and I will spend the whole afternoon to research about something. Itong mga batang to, ngayon, they, at the push of a button, at the end of the, alam mo yun, parang with their thumb in their,
yes,
they already know what's happening in the world. They know
information is just at hand for them.
They know their rights. They know what they deserve. So,
yes,
believe ako sa Gen Z. Ang kailangan lang ng Gen Z is learn how to focus not only on the self, but on other people as well. Kasi Gen Zs, because you know your rights, then that's a good thing. You know your rights. You embrace yourself. You are a person of individuality. But people in South Korea, the culture of individuality is killing them. There are more young people in Korea that ends their life. More people in Korea end their life. More young people in Korea end their life than all in Southeast Asia combined. Totoo yan.
Oh, okay.
Kasi it's about competition. They have the culture of competition. On the other hand, Japan, lalo sa mga, di ba, sa mga countrysides, di ba, they have a culture of cooperation. Ayaw nilang highlight na mas matalino ako, mas mayaman kami. Walang ganon. They want to belong. They want to blend in. And so there's less pressure to be more successful than the other person. So itong mga Gen Z, pag nag-IG kayo, ito, Ma'am Kate, okay lang ba magkwento ako ng totoong story?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
So saan ba ako doon? I visited a client near ABS-CBN. So andun ako sa Morato, Starbucks. And may nakita ko isang bata. Pumunta siya sa isang table na meron dong half-empty na Starbucks. Tapos nag-video siya. Tinalikod lang niya, tinakpan niya yung name para nakaharap. Tapos ginanon niya. Para makapag-IG siya na sa Starbucks siya. So a part of me, parang naawa ako sa kanya kasi hindi dahil wala siyang pambili ng Starbucks, but that the pressure, imagine, kawawa naman tong batang to, no? The IG is pressuring her to look like she's capable of. Alam mo yun? Eh, nung unang panahon naman, 3-in-1 lang, masaya na kami. Diba? So, nakaawa ko. So, what do you need to do when you're managing Gen Zs? Love them. And help them and coach them. And then, whatever they can bring into the table, tanggapin mo. And at the same time, be a good ate, a good kuya, and tell them best practices of other generations that can help them be better human beings as well. So that they're not only focused on the self, they're also focused on the team, not only as individual contributors, but as part of a team, being a team player, and then eventually be a part of the fabric of the nation, the Philippines. Ganun po yun. Ha? Don't despise them for being too shallow or sabi nga nila snowflakes. Eh ganun talaga. Kung ikaw man yung nakita mo na some people are doing better, you have 1,000 friends, you see 1,000 people in IG who travel the world at your age, at ang na-travel mo lang Baclaran Quiapo, I would feel her pain. I would feel his pain. Ha? So ganun po. Let's not judge them. Let's be there for them.
Oh, thank you. And now, sir, we're down to our last question. Here's the question. Sir, for you, what does happiness look like and feel like? And who are your role models of a successful leader?
Let's talk about happiness and leadership. Happiness muna, no? Happiness is not the absence of sorrow. Happiness is the choice to put up a smile even if you're hurting. Happiness is when even if you are tired, you are doing everything because you love your family and you want to give them what you have never experienced as a child. Happiness is being at peace and contented with the fact that we are going through an imperfect world and that life is unfair, but then you focus on what you're thankful for and that you celebrate your small wins. And even if there are setbacks, you know that you can still get back on your feet and do better. So happiness is being kind to yourself, being kind to other people, kind to yourself because you are not too hard on yourself, that you will be forgiving yourself for all the stupid decisions you made when you didn't know better, and then forgiving other people who hurt you because they didn't know better as well. Happiness is building bridges, and if you cannot build bridges, at least you tear down walls. You can love them from afar. Happiness is knowing that you live the purposeful life. Happiness is knowing that you breathe, and that as you breathe, it's a gift. And that you will use your gift to either make somebody smile or let them or help them cry, not alone, but with a friend who cries with them. Maraming ibig sabihin ng happiness, but to me, that is happiness. And happiness is most recently when I lost my father, happiness is keeping them in our hearts. There's a song that's called Let the Pain Remain. It was sung by Leo Valdez, and then Rachel Alejandro, revived it. So let the pain remain forever in my heart. For every throb it brings is one more moment spent with you. So kapag kumirot yung sakit, okay lang kasi naalala ko yung tatay ko. Masakit kasi nawala siya, pero kahit masakit, masaya ako kasi, one more moment. My father is not with me anymore. But I remembered him at this moment, and that to me is happiness. But then again, happiness is subjective. It's up to you. So as a leader, you can create a culture of happiness by sharing with your people sufferings and helping them smile a bit, or offering your shoulder when they need a shoulder to cry on, and treating them to Starbucks kung nakaluluwag-luwag, and not judging them for who they are. In fact, you accept and love them, warts and all, for who they truly are.
Oh, thank you so much, Sir Howell. Really, we learned a lot from you.
Maraming salamat.
It is next level po. Maraming salamat. You shared your knowledge, you shared insights, you shared your heart to all of our participants. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Because of that, we'd like to present you with a certificate, sir.
Yes, thank you so much. May pa-certificate pa tayo, ha?
Yes. Yeah. Of course, you deserve this. Let me read this. Ariva Academy Learning Development at its finest gratefully presents the Certificate of Appreciation to Howell B. Mabalot for imparting his professional expertise, valuable insights, knowledge, and wisdom as resource speaker during the conduct of online learning session entitled Next Level Leadership, Embracing New Strategies for Success in 2024. Given this 12th day of January 2024 via Zoom conference, signed by J.M. Atienzo, Chairman and Chief Strategist, Learning Event Solutions, and Michelle Irish Malonda Samson, President and Chief Learning and Development Strategist. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a round of applause for our speaker, Mr. Howell Mabalot.
Maraming salamat, Ma'am Kate, of Irish, sa buong Ariva Academy family, kay Sir Eric, kay Sir Bob G. Bailey, sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat.
Thank you.
Maraming salamat.
We are really so grateful to have you here with us, sir. But hindi pa again tapos because we'll be having our group photo. So to all of our participants, please join us. Make sure your cameras are turned on. Turn on your cameras para we get to see the beautiful faces of all of our participants. But while we're waiting for everyone, I'd like to remind everyone, the feedback form is here in the chat box. Please click the link, fill out the form, and then submit it back to us para sure din na makuha ninyo ang inyong certificate, okay? Make sure you fill out the feedback form. There you go. Okay, I am seeing beautiful smiles from all of our participants. Please, sa mga hindi pa naka-on ang cameras, habol kayo, turn on your cameras, and let me call on our technical director, Direct Eric. Please help us out.
Yes, thank you so much, Miss Kate. So, good day, everyone. So, we have 2 shots of group picture for this free live session. Okay, here we go. For the first shot, can we do a 2 thumbs up? Yes, how about 2 thumbs up, guys? Okay, here we go. And 3, 2, 1. Okay, and for our second shot, can we do a finger hearts? Yes, how about finger hearts? Show me some love, guys. Okay, here we go. And 3, 2, 1. Yes, thank you so much. Back to you, Miss Kate.
Thank you so much, Direct Eric, and thank you to our whole technical team. They've been working behind the scene, pero very smooth ang ating second free live webinar for 2024 because of them. So thank you so much. Thank you to all of our participants. Here in Zoom, we have 500 plus, but we have a lot of participants who are viewing us from the live streams, from Facebook, from YouTube, and from LinkedIn. Maraming salamat for being with us today. We are looking forward to welcoming you again in our future learning events. God bless you all, everyone. Happy New Year again.
Ariva Academy would like to thank the following win-win partners. Official media partner, Art Plus Magazine. Digital media partners, Focus Media, the largest digital out-of-the-home advertising network in the Philippines. Globaltronics, leading digital innovation. City Advertising Ventures Corporation, we move your brand. Outcome, Elevate Media,